So we're actually all the way behind the Ocean Terminal shopping center and mall and the parking lot. So if you go all the way around it to the very end, you come to this area, and you've got the docks, so we've got the ships here and the platforms and stuff. And at the very end of this, because we were struggling to figure out where this place is the last guy that stands in the water of Leith. So you've got the statues we told you about, the guys, I don't know how many, 7, 6, whatever, all the way from town in Dean's Village all the way to here. So he stands at the very end of this old broken down pier, and there's no access to him at the moment because of the building site and some construction here. But there is a really thick, like, pavement like platform on the outside of the railing, so we're gonna try and get over the railing without falling in the water, and we're gonna try and approach the statue so that we can show you a little bit closer. It's very probable to fall now. The key is to always hold on. Like, I never let go with my hands. No matter what happens, you can still hold on with your hands if you see your feet. Watch out, there's a hole. What are you doing here, man? Oh, there's mussels here. There's mussels. Oh. Wow, this is really cool. Now, I just want to say we're not encouraging anybody to trespass or showing anybody to trespass. Technically, we're not trespassing because we're not on the construction side, we're on the outside. But this is probably quite dangerous if you fall, so please don't do this. But that's why we're here to show you, so you don't have to. So this is the last man from the sculpture series, The Man in the Water of Leith. I forgot the official title, I'll show you in a minute. And he's obviously come out of the river, he's traversed all the way through the city here, and now he's come here and he's looking ahead. Okay, so as I said, I'm just admiring him. Now, in this point of view, you can't really see him. He's very, very tiny, just there at the very end. That's him. This is the last part of the sculpture of the number of men statues. So you find most of them along the water of Leith, going all the way from Dean's Village towards Leith and towards the shore. So the last one is here. We showed you one that's just like in the Bonington area, a little bit further up, and that's the second last one. So that's the one before this one here. So I think the metaphor of that is that that guy has come all the way along the water of Leith, and he's finished his journey here, and now he's at the end of this old derelict destroyed pier looking towards the unknown, and he's finished his journey, but there's still something to look at ahead of him, and he's just contemplating life. It really is quite cool and creepy if you see it. I think that is the intent, that when you look at these statues, they're quite creepy. Just a man standing naked in the water alone. If you see him in the dark or something, it must look quite impactful. And behind me there is the Royal Yacht Britannia. That is a yacht that, as the title or the name would suggest rather, is the Queens Yacht and the royal family's yacht that they used to travel the world and work on it and have parties on it and host meetings on it, and you can see all the different rooms and chambers and bedrooms, and it really is fascinating. We've been there, we really thoroughly enjoyed it. You can be this area. you can just see the fairly new flat development. So it's like a massive residential area on the very kind of tip of the New Haven Peninsula, really sticking out into the water. They are quite impressive looking, but they are also very isolated. There's really not much going on over there. Okay, and off we go to more adventure. So we have some whiskey with us. Rest assured, we decided not to have it here on the ledge of the sea. So if you're wondering why I'm leaning towards the railings so much and not holding on for dear life, is that because I'm terrified of like heights and deep water and stuff. So it's not that it's so dangerous here, but I'm just really scared. Like when I look down, I feel like I'm gonna lose my balance and fall. So it's better safe than sorry and very wet. Beautiful shells here. Quite easy actually. Ow, ow. God. Right now to get out. Okay, how did I do this actually? Upper body strength. This really is a tip though, truly. If you are not only trespassing but climbing over anything, don't rely on your legs too much because your foot can slip and then that's where you plummet down onto your face. Rely on your arms, always make sure you're holding on to something and then climb, and use your feet for a little bit of leverage, but always use your arms first for like to secure yourself. Even like sometimes when I like go downstairs or whatever, I will hold on little bit, and there has been times where I slipped and my feet went from under me, but I was still hanging on, right? So that's why I still have all my teeth. Real. Whiskey time. Okay, so we have some whiskey, and because it's getting closer to payday, we're actually running out of the whiskey fund, so I decided to be a little bit cheap and buy some whiskey from Lidl. So this company, this name brand is a Lidl made company, Lidl made whiskey, sorry. They're all made in Glasgow as far as I've read, so they're not exactly like regional whiskies, but they are Islay and Highland type whiskey. So we're gonna try them. I'm not expecting lots because it was £7 for 3 bottles of like 50 mils, so it's obviously like 3 times cheaper than your average one. Let's see. I mean, it reeks of alcohol, so obviously it's a young, cheap whiskey. It's like the spirit hasn't integrated into the rest of the aromas, but it also smells of like rich plum, like prune, dried fruit, cereal, bit of fruit, generally honeyish maybe. Okay, we'll see. It tastes okay. It's still, the alcohol really is like not smooth at all, hits you, but it's okay. I would say for the price I could still enjoy this. Okay, taste of, again, sweet, cereal, honey, not very smoky at all. Very pro whiskey specialist. I'm getting sippy bottle. Beep beep beep. So this one is an Islay one as well, and actually this one is a little bit more smoother. The alcohol doesn't hit you like a ton of bricks so badly. It's actually a bit smoother. If you add a bit of water, it's really bearable. This one actually, I would say 6-7 out of 10, easy, cheap. Big bottle of this costs about £17, so half the price of a better brand, but decent. If you're skint and you really want to malt, go for it.